Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my match on WWE 2K25. This one is some tag team action, as we will see the Alpha Academy going up against the Street Profits. Interesting for us, because the Alpha Academy have never been used as a team on our Universe mode so far. So the team of Chad Gable and Otis, who look like they have differing entrances rather than coming out together. That's absolutely fine. And they're going up against the team of the Street Profits, who have so far had 2 matches together in our Universe mode as a tag team. Won one of them and lost the other, so they currently sit on 0 from 2. Both of those matches took place in 2021, so we haven't seen the Street Profits in a match in our Universe mode since 2021, which is crazy, isn't it? Here we go. Maybe the match should have been these two. I don't know. I googled Alpha Academy, and I picked the 2 main ones, really, but maybe it should have been Akira Tozawa and Otis. I don't know. Let me see. Let me hear what you think in the future. Do we go with Otis and Akira Tozawa? Do we go with Otis? I feel like Otis and Chad Gable were given the most chance of actually being useful. I think if we went with Akira Tozawa, then I think we are probably looking at making it a bit weaker and more of someone to put people over necessarily. I don't know. Right, let's go. A standardized tag team match. Oh no, I forgot the Street Profits entrance, didn't I? I've seen 2 entrances and got forgotten. Okay. And we are going for a standard tag team match, not the normal tornado we go for. I wanted to see if these work, especially with the new sliders. It'd be interesting to see how standardized tag team matches work. Of course, if you didn't see, we did discuss earlier on. Again, I have changed the sliders to another one that I found that apparently is really good for AI versus AI. We've done 1 match so far. It was okay, probably still a little bit shorter than we were hoping for, but let's see what happens after a few more and we can judge it realistically. Alright, enough faffing about, let's get into the action. Starting things off with Chad Gable and Montez Ford. The bell goes, then we are underway, so both teams technically are on 0 in the ranking system. Of course, Alpha Academy 0 for 0, and Montez Ford and Angela Dawkins, the Street Profits, in 0 for 2. And it's Ford starting things off, attempting the splash, but rolled out of the way there by Chad Gable. I mean, in the singles rankings, I don't think we've seen a lot of these guys in general, to be honest. I mean, if we have a look at Gable, he's probably the one we've seen the most of. Not Gable Stevenson. Chad Gable, 8 matches, -1 overall, so actually not terrible. Otis... 9 matches, -5, so he's in a real terrible place at the moment. And I would imagine Montez Ford and Angela Dawkins are going to be -2 after... Okay. So apparently they had... Well, Montez Ford had 2 matches in 2022, which he lost both of them. Is that the same for Angela Dawkins? Because if it is, I may have missed up the ranking system somewhere. No, okay. So... It looks like Montez Ford had 2 singles matches in 2022 that we gave him, and that Angela Dawkins didn't have. So Dawkins is on 0 overall, Montez Ford on -2 after 4 matches. Okay. We must have used him for something. Maybe it was a mixed match challenge or something like that. I've got no idea, to be honest, but we'll find out. So obviously Montez Ford is married to Bianca Belair. However, it doesn't look like Bianca and Montez Ford are on our... They're not. Okay, I will add them to our intergender division, which I still haven't used much of. I do want to potentially do a tournament at some point. I think that'd be pretty fun to do. Montez Ford, Bianca Belair. Okay. That's in place then. So we now have 30 teams on the intergender tag team rankings. As Otis did go in for the pin, it was only a 2 count. And a nice power bomb there by Otis, flattening Montez Ford. Ford slammed into the corner. Of course, the turnbuckle pad was taken off by Ivy Nile in the corner. As Otis now brings Ford back up. Ford with a headbutt, taking Otis down. Not fancying headbutting Otis anytime soon, I must admit. Nice elbow drop as well. Otis now, there we go. Otis with a headbutt of his own, knocking Angelo Dawkins down. And then stamping right in the back of the ankle. A really painful maneuver. And now going to use his size, dive him from the middle rope with a splash to the back. And an over-the-top cutter by Otis, showing his agility. Because that's quite an impressive move to pull off by him. And now just launching Angelo across the ring. Otis flattens. Otis is really on one here. Real hot tag. Try to make the tag there, but the referee is in the way of Chad Gable, so Otis wasn't able to do so, but does continue the offense on with that knee in the face to Angelo Dawkins. Brings him back up to standing base, but Dawkins fighting back with the elbow into the guts. And this could be the chance for Dawkins to tag out to Ford. Dawkins was struggling there. You could see the way he was walking. He wasn't at 100%, so it was the right time for him to make the tag. See, this is the reason why I wanted to do standard tag team matches a bit more often, because we do actually get the tag team moves, which I think is pretty good. Nice clothesline. Otis once again heading up, this time all the way to the top. Make it drop like a big ass Otis. There's the shoulder block from the top. And once again, going to go for that over-the-top cutter. He's got such agility to pull that off, you know. Otis has been very impressive in this match. I'm actually surprised how good he actually has been. And look at the insult to injury here. Just dropping Montez in his own corner face first. But it's going to allow him now to make the tag. I would imagine he runs him with a drop kick. Otis avoids it. And now the cheeky roll-up. Not even a 1 count, though. Strike in the face by Ford on Otis. There was always talk of Montez Ford potentially getting a singles run as a big name, wasn't there? But it never really came to any fruition, did it? I don't know if that's still something that's spoken about. People always spoke about him being the potential to have a really strong singles run, but I've never heard anyone speak about it for years now. Maybe that's why we gave him the singles run back in 2022. I don't remember doing it. I don't know why we did it, but we obviously did, and it didn't go too well. There's the pin now. Not even a 1 count. And Ford comes across. Brings Otis back up to a standing base. Otis fighting back though, and then tries to get him in the corner. Ford now lovely running drop kick, but again Otis managed to, I don't think he avoided it. I think he got caught by it, but I think he tried to roll it through and try and take as little damage as possible. I think he might have worked for him. But he's being caught now. There's the elbow to the back there by Dawkins. And now what is Dawkins planning? He's just, I don't know what he's up to here, to be honest. He's gone round the outside. He's gone the long way for some reason. The splash on the outside on Otis. Going to bring Otis now slamming his arm into the mat. Stamping on the back of their head as well. Again, another big strike. Dawkins now. The referee's up to a 7 count. He does want to get both back in the ring. Is he going to try and win this by count out? I think he is, you know. It's a cheeky way of doing it, but he might just get this by count out, because I don't think Otis is moving. He got sent straight into the ring post on the 8 count. Oh, he's got a tiny amount of time to get back in the ring here if he can do it. Oh, the referee! Referee! Well, the referee, I mean, it's fair enough. It was a 10 count. The referee did give him a lot of time, but it's a cheeky count-out victory by the Street Profits. Very heel maneuver-ish way to get the win. We don't often see count-outs in this universe mode, but it was a legit one. It wasn't a bug. He got to a 7 count, slammed him face first into the ring post. The referee gave him every opportunity, but Otis wasn't able to get back in the ring in time, and that led to the Street Profits getting the victory they so desperately needed. So that does put the Alpha Academy down to a -1 after 1 match. The Street Profits, though, after their 3rd match in our universe mode, their first one in almost 3 years, oh, 4 years actually, move up to a +1 after 3 matches, then into the singles rankings. Angelo Dawkins, with that victory, moves up to a +1 after 3. Montez Ford, with that victory, moves up to a -1 after 5 matches. Otis was already in a terrible position. It gets even worse now, moves down to -6 after 4. And Chad Gable, with that loss, is going to move down to a -2 after 9 matches. Well, there we go then. Victory for the Street Profits. Didn't necessarily do it in the cleanest way, but, I mean, it all counts in the record books. It goes down as their victory, but it'll always have an asterisk against it, in my opinion. Anyway, what do you think about these sliders? Did it work well in a tag team match? Are they better? Are they worse? I mean, it did go the distance, which is good. It hit around about the 10-minute mark, which is what we're aiming for. So I think it was good. I think there's still more testing that needs doing. And, of course, we have one more big match left for you today, which will be a 6-man tag elimination match. So seeing 6 people in the ring at the same time will be a much more interesting way to look at this. We've seen a singles match. We've seen a tag team match, but one-on-one at the same time. And now we're going to see 6 men all legal in the ring at the same time and see what happens. Right, I love you. Leave you good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you a little bit later on for our main event of the day, as Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and the British Bulldog go up against Finn Balor, Jordan Devlin, and Damian Priest. Good night.